All right, America, you've made your decision. The Electoral College made Trump's presidency official. And based on what he said, I have some concerns about what direction America will head in once he's officially sworn in and can start making decisions on behalf of the country. But you know what? Everyone's got their right to choose as they will. Choices have consequences, but people will learn it should Trump actually do what he says he believes. Because he said a lot. He said a lot about what he'd do if he actually got in. Now that he's actually in, it's time to see what he'll do about what he said. Were they just words? Or were they actually a picture of what America's future is? Please tell me. Because I'm quite interested to know what America's future is. America made the decision. And now the decision is firm. And should we be concerned about liberties? Keeping the liberties and freedoms to live as we will and do as we please. Should we be concerned about those? Should we be concerned about the diversity in America and how free people are to live as they are and love people and be loved? Should we be concerned for those who are different? Will they be made to feel ashamed for being different? Will they be persecuted for being different? Should we be concerned for those who live a different style of life, live differently because of their culture? Should we be concerned about those who are seen as different but are accepted anyway because they try their best just to live and live well? The fight to keep our liberties will be ever strong, if not stronger, because Trump is now officially going to be the President of the United States of America. We do not know what freedoms will need to be fought under this reign, but we must come together as people with the common goal of preserving our rights and freedoms by standing tall even when the consensus, when the consensus, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, the consensus wishes to deploy conformity across the nation and world. We must not be afraid to stand for our rights lest they be taken away, so that we may have the keys to keep acting the way that we do, to keep living the way we do. Because standing for our rights is a responsibility we have if we claim to have rights, and if we have a claim that we have the right to live as we do. With rights come responsibilities. If we do not stand, how long till liberty dies? Under the pressure to adhere to conformity. Everybody wants to be the same. Everybody wants others to think the same they do. Nobody is liking differences now. Is the right to be different now in danger? Ask yourself that. We must now stand united and determined to keep our way of life as we know it from being decimated by any new laws or policies that may come into effect. Because a lot has been said over the course of the election. Will any of that come to pass? I do not know. But we must be ready to stand firm and protect our rights and freedoms from being taken away for the sake of conformity. We do not know what tomorrow will bring. We do not know when our last day on earth is, but until then we stand for what we love. We stand for what we know to be right, even if it takes us out of our comfort zone, because if cowards stand for nothing, then there will be nothing to stand for. We cannot be cowards in this world. We must stand for what we believe to be right. Because if we don't protect it, who will? We cannot allow liberty to die in the throngs of thunderous applause. We cannot celebrate the possibility of conformity enroaching the world and taking away the lights of difference and diversity that are out there. We are one nation under God. We are God's children. He respects diversity. He loves diversity. He made us all different for a reason. He wants us to continue having that diversity, that we might be able to learn and grow because of it. Conformity is robbing people of their right to choose, and we must stand for our right to choose. If we claim to have the right to choose, we must also be willing to stand and defend it. The people have spoken for what they believe is right for them, and we must all be unafraid to stand for what we believe to be right for us. We cannot be silent if we want to keep hold of what we love. Because if we keep silent, then we have no one to blame but ourselves if it is taken away. We have no one to blame but ourselves if conformity overrules diversity. We have to fight for what we love and what we know to be right, or else we risk losing everything. And when we lose our freedoms, we lose who we are. Because with the loss of freedoms comes a loss of diversity. And with the loss of diversity comes conformity. And everyone being the same is not as special as everyone being different. There is much to be learned from each other if we fight for what is right, if we fight for our right to live as we are, to do as we will, to love as we love, to continue having our freedoms. We must be willing to stand for all that we claim as our rights. For where there comes a claim to rights, there also comes a responsibility to stand for them and stand tall and firm, no matter what opposition may bring. Thank you. My name is Heather Cameron, and I'm standing for what I love, no matter what opposition may bring.